So in yoga there's a short phrase, two very short words. I would like you to remember them. Neti, neti. And neti, neti, it literally means not this, not this. Think about it. Why neti, neti? What is this statement trying to provoke? What's it trying to make you see? By saying neti, neti, not this, not this.
Stillness?
Not this. You say, okay, the mind says stillness. That's also an idea, isn't it?
Oh, so no
Stillness, when you think of stillness, for example, something that's still, you think it's not active, right? That's a limiting quality.
It's true.
If the very source of existence is not active, how is all this existence possible? There's nothing in existence which is inactive. So if you say it's stillness, you fail to recognize that it's also active. If you say that it is only active, you fail to recognize its stability. So why not this, not this? Don't try to figure out what it is. Just think about why does this statement, what's it pointing to?
Everything.
What's it trying to tell you?
That you can't put a thing on it.
Yes.
Just like talking about God. The moment you say, this is God, you lost it.
Exactly.
Possible.
The moment you say, I have it, this is it, this I understand it, you missed it. There's a statement that's made amongst the Taoists. It's said that Lao Tzu made this statement. It's one of the most insightful statements for me that has ever been said in the history of humanity. He said, the Tao that can be named is not the eternal Tao. The moment you name it, the moment you give it a form, the moment you try to limit it with an idea, you've already missed it. Because how can the mind, the intellect, try to understand something which is beyond the mind? How can something which is finite understand the infinite? You cannot understand it. You can live it. You can become it. It can become your living experience. It can become like the flavor of your life. You can be it, but you cannot understand it. This is not a dimension to be understood. Isn't that how mind is? Mind, the way mind works, it wants to cut up everything into fragments. Right? What has happened in the history of philosophy? What's the process? The mind cutting everything up into fragments. Religion, divisions of Hinduism, Buddhism, Christianity, Sikhism, Judaism, even atheism. To me, atheism is also a religion, because they're just as much attached to a belief. They're attached to the belief in no God. Christianity is attached to the belief in God. Are they really different? Or are they in the same boat? I would say they're in the same boat. So even atheism, again, mind dividing everything, that's useful. It's useful in terms of practical things in the world. For example, if my mind wasn't able to divide between things, to make these divisions, if my mind was not capable of logic, if it was not capable of thinking, or I would not know, okay, if I get the bill, what do I do with this bill? What is the concept of money? How can I use money in the world? Simple, practical things. Your logic is very useful for that. How to build things, science, technology, all the things that have around us that have come through enormous effort, right? Without our logic, without our thought, none of this would be possible. Even for us to question, is there something beyond thought? Is there something beyond our concepts? Is there something beyond the mind? Even that would not be possible, right? If I was not capable of questioning things, questioning logic, how can I go beyond logic? It's not possible. So, the mind, the intellect, our logic, it's useful just for practical realities around us, but useless when it comes to the ultimate truth. You know what I mean? You don't try to understand the so-called ultimate truth through your logic or through the mind. So this is why the whole spiritual process is to move beyond the mind.